This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, this video is something about how the search engines work and a few more other questions that you would be interested in knowing. So, before starting, let me tell you something like with everything turning into digital, like everything getting digitized, uh, it turns many individuals to use digital devices not just one time, not just few times, but many times a day, whether it may be for purchasing or for something, or booking a service, or looking for some information as a student, or as a employee, or as a businessman, or a service head, whoever it may be. So with that much, search engines becoming that much useful to us in our day-to-day activities, don't you feel that it would be helpful if we understand a little more about how these search engines work? So with that concern, today I'm going to let you know a little more about how these search engines work, how they are displaying any result that we look for, whether it is some kind of an information as a student or someone else, or for example, a businessman maybe trying to sell his products or services over the internet, or an employee trying to get some kind of information relevant to his career or personal things. So whoever it may be or whatever is the purpose, we approach digital devices and go through search engines knowing or unknowingly uh, to get the information we need. So let me give you a little more information of what these search engines or how these search engines work. So what are search engines? Search engines is something like a software or program wherein we input our search query, for which, looking after the huge amount of data or the internet, they will throw very relevant results that matches to our search query. Okay, now how do these search engines work? Search engines basically go around three main activities, like which are crawling, indexing, and retrieving. So, crawling, indexing, and retrieving. Accompanied to this will be something called ranking also. I'll explain you in detail what this ranking and retrieving is in the next step. So, what is crawling? So this is how the process of crawling happens. Crawling is something, a spider or a boat, whatever you name it or however you call it. It's a kind of program, but we term it as a spider or a boat. Visits our website, a website, not just ours, any website, and look for all the links or the queries, all the links in the web page, and adds them to the queue. If it finds there some links in that particular website, then it adds those links into the queue. If it did not find any link, then that spider will move to the next link in the queue. Okay, let me say, this a spider has visited a website by name A. If there are around 5 or 10 links in that website, this spider will collect all those links and add those links into the list of into the queue that are to be crawled after this website. So if there are no links in this particular A website, then the spider will leave this website and go to the next link in the queue. So that's called crawling. Let me compare and give you a simple example. For example, if you are a person who has come to a town to list out all the addresses, so or like someone like, a population counting guy. If you're someone like that, you can be considered as a spider. Population counting guy is similar to a spider. Spider visits the website. Similarly, the population counting guy visits the town. Spider go through the website and list out all the links or any details like text, meta titles, descriptions, and all, and puts them into the queue or into the queue or into its storage thing. Similarly, this just like this, population counting guy will come and visit all the houses, notes all the addresses, the people devices. It's something very similar. So as a town is very small, the guy collects all the information. This spider will do the similar task to the whole world of website. Internet collects all the websites, all the links, and maintains the queue structure. So after this comes the indexing. Indexing is something where all the collected information is stored in the databases or servers, whatever you name them, into the Google thing. Okay, that's called indexing. And now retrieving. Retrieving is something happens in front of our eyes when we open a search engine. Okay, let me show you. For example, I'm opening google.com now. Okay, see, I'm searching for something like how do search engine works. Okay, see, within a blink of an eye, all these results have appeared. This is called retrieving. From all the collected data, the boards have retrieved, have given you all these results. This is called retrieving. In this part of retrieving, I have also mentioned something called ranking. Okay, just here. Ranking is a part of retrieving wherein spiders or bots they prioritize which website to be positioned first, which website to be positioned second. All this thing is called ranking. That's a part of the retrieving process. So this is how it works: crawling, indexing, retrieving. Next, let me give you a list of few questions that you would be interested to know about the search engines. So have you ever wondered how search engines are so fast? If you have just seen, just in the blink of an eye, in less than 15 seconds, you have got around these many results. Okay, this many results for a single search query of how do search engines work. So how did Google, for example, the current search engine being Google that I have been using, how did Google manage giving all these results in just few seconds? How? See, for example, I am using this particular system. For some reason I might have missed a file. So if I go on and search in the folders, if I search something called ABC, it takes at least a little amount. Even the systems may get hanged at times to search that file. You know, out of very few hundreds of files, the system sometimes gets hanged uh, while I'm searching for that single file. Now, have you ever wondered how is it possible for the search engines to show all those results in such a little time? The reason being, the spiders won't go to every result or every website that is appearing. Let me show you. The spiders won't go and crawl every website each time I search for a query. Got it right. As a process of the searching and indexing and crawling, indexing, they collect all the information like uh, what a particular website is for, and what are all the details mentioned in the website, what answers do we get from that particular website. All these kind of information is collected and stored in the database of the search engines as a part of their indexing process. So when we give a questionnaire here in the search, the boards, instead of going through each and every website, it just collects from the relevant websites which are stored in this particular query. So it takes very less time to just bring those results instead of going in depth for every website. So that's how it is easy for the search engines to show results. And now, as I mentioned, the ranking part in the retrieving process, the question comes here like how do search engines rank websites? Okay, to understand that, let me explain you. When it comes to searching and ranking in the earlier days, it used to be like, you know, the more keywords, for example, the same website, let me consider this particular website, deepcrawl.com. in the beginning of search engine process or digital marketing or whatever you name it, in the beginning of internet uses, it used to be like a website is too much stuffed with keywords, the relevant, for example, how do search engines work? Search engines works, searching, crawling, indexing, search engine crawling. So something like relevant keywords are stuffed completely in a website. So that's how the search engine process worked in the beginning. But now, as to avoid too many, spamming techniques that SEO guys have been using, right, from that keyword stuffing. Now, search engines have come up with their own algorithms, own ranking methodologies, wherein for a particular website to rank in the first position, it has to fulfill all these. These are not the only factors. These are just few of the top factors. Like, the page content should be relevant. It should be unique. It should not be some kind of bluffing or something. It should just satisfy the exact match requirement. And the on-page factors like title, meta description, the keywords, images, and the alt text for the images, all these factors. And off-page factors like what all off-page activities have been being done on that website, and the social popularity, how popular is that particular website, is that particular brand, how satisfied are the customers or the visitors with the information they are getting, with the relevancy of the information they are getting when they visit that particular website, and how qualitative is the content, and how are the backlinks, what is the quality of the backlinks, and how many backlinks are being generated for that website. These are all the factors, and a lot many more factors are there while search engines consider a particular website to rank in the top position. So the better worked out websites get the better ranking. Next would be, why do search engines give different results for different people searching for the same query with on the same kind of browser? Why is it? For example, I from India or America or Singapore. Like, if I search from Singapore, how will be the, what are the results that come appear when I search for the same search query? How do search engines work? And the results that come when I search from the geolocation of Australia, or how do search engines work? The same search query when searched in some other country like US or UK or India or wherever, not just the country wise differentiation, the area wise differentiation, the state wise differentiation, particular sub locality, even from one specific street location to other specific street location also, you get different results. Not for this just how do search engines work, but different other requirements, like, what are the nearest restaurants to me. It's a very specific geolocation based search query. So how do search engines uh, why do search engines give different results? This query answers all the questions of all the reasons for different results. It depends on your geolocation. For example, if I am searching from my area, search engines consider my location and generate the results that are more relevant, that are more accurate to my geolocation. See, for example, when I search a search query by name, what are the closest restaurants to me? The same result should not appear when I am in Singapore, or when I move to India, when I am in Australia. For different geolocations, I shouldn't be getting the same search results. That's the reason, to satisfy the geolocation or the particular, custom or visitors or users, interest and habits, or on all these factors are stand as the reason behind why search engines give different results. Okay, have you ever wondered, like, how do Google give their uh, search thing for free of cost? See, I do not pay a penny to Google for searching any kind of query. So why is this? How do companies like Google, Yahoo, or Bing, or MSN, Ask, whoever it may be, how do all these guys survive while they provide free service of search engine? See, the reason behind is they earn through advertisements. If you just see one particular, I'm sorry, if you just see this one particular image, you can understand for a particular search query, as for example CRM software, you see how many results you got. This particular section is advertisements. Again, this one is AdWords. These two sections yield all the search engines the money, advertisement money to them. The companies, these companies like Joho or Salesforce or Oracle, and the ones here, all these will be paying Google for getting their brands listed in the advertisement section. One or not, for each and every search query, around $50 will be collected via various means by the search engines. Approximately $50 get credited into the search engines account. Okay, and as a few metrics says, how much money would be these Google or anyone else would be making. About 85% of the money that Google, especially Google, makes is considered is uh, brought to be only from advertisement. And even Gmail service is also a way for advertising that forms again a part of the earnings. And records show, as I already mentioned, that records show that for every search made, around $50 are earned by Google search engine. Okay, next moving on to the next question. Uh, if you are something like from technical background, do you get this doubt like is Google a search engine or a library database? So what I would say is Google can be considered as a search engine as it's free and no and it needs no user account to search. Also, database, if you consider, have information that is very credible and also verified before getting onto their databases. And whereas if you go with Google, it won't stand that there's a way as a publisher you can write anything of your choice and post it in the web. I can write my own blog saying that search engine is something something, and someone else can write on their own blog or website saying search engine is something. So there's no any exemption that, or there is no verification of whose information is correct. Okay. So thank you for watching. If you have any further queries regarding search engines or anything else, please leave a comment. Or if you are interested to learn about any particular topic, just drop your comment. I'll try to create a video on that and share the information that at best I can give. Thank you for watching once again.